It is time to get that Super Bowl W. What is going on, everybody? It is Alex coming back at you with another video. And today I am going on a deep dive into the 2023 Philadelphia Eagles. We're breaking down the roster as well as going into a records prediction. So if you guys are new, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all know how to use YouTube. Off season's a little bit of a pain in the rear. I know this series doesn't get very much attraction, but I want to make it for you guys because I know the few of you who do watch it do really appreciate it. And those of you who decide to take a little bit of time off, I'll see you guys later. Don't worry about it. I don't take it too personally. It's the off season. I get it. There's sometimes time where you don't want to watch football, and I get it. But for those of you who do, I love you guys. I want to give you guys some good content. Let's jump right into the video. If you guys are new to my series, then you guys probably don't know that I start out at skill position, go to offensive line, then go defensive line out to the skilled positions. Let's get right into this. So start off with the quarterback. It's Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is a monster. I love him. You know, he was one of those guys that I actually wanted to my Steelers. It was one of the first videos I ever did. It was when I really started my channel there back in 2020. So very excited to see that Jalen Hurts, who I had respect for, didn't really have the love. I don't think many people did the way that, people thought. And at the time, Carson Wentz was still at large. People thought he could be the franchise guy. By that time that, we realized he's not, we're very happy to announce that Jalen Hurts is the successor, and he's a damn good one. So great for him. He's been able to mold his game. Steichen definitely helped in the acceleration, maturation, that process, but really damn good player. Running back, I think, might be the weak point on this team still. It was before, and it still is now. I think the hope was that Bijan Robinson was going to probably be there. Like, that was deep down inside what I hoped for, and y'all got pretty much the equally as good deal with Jalen Carter, if not better. So offensively, I was hoping to God that y'all could get just that one cornerstone piece at running back, and you couldn't. But DeAndre Swift's awesome. I like DeAndre Swift. He's a really good player, and as long as he stays healthy. He was my RB1 back in his former draft, and I'm excited to see him finally reach his potential here. But looking at the wide receivers, we have A.J. Brown as well as Devontae Smith, and I think that might be one of the best wide receiver duos in the NFL. Complement each other very well, and that's why you guys have a lot of success there. Slot wide receivers where I have the biggest issue on the team, and that's just because I don't fully believe in Olamide Zaccheaus, nor do I believe in Quez Watkins, who probably is the only reason why y'all lost games last year, because Quez just, he hasn't really been that great. So I think Quez still can bounce back. He's on a contract year, but I am severely concerned. Another running back player to note that is going to be Kenny Gainwell and Rashad Penny. And both of them have had some very good success in the limited time that they've had. Kenny Gainwell's been a lot more reliable in terms of health. So you have two guys in DeAndre Swift as well as Rashad Penny who have unbelievable talent but have injury concerns. And you have Kenny Gainwell who has the potential to be an RB1, but it seems like the team doesn't fully believe that they want him out of a committee. We'll see what happens there, but y'all have a really good running back core. I just don't see the number one running back just yet. Tight end wise, so don't forget it this time, Dallas Goedert. He was awesome. Big fan of him coming out. I forget which college he was from. Doesn't matter at the moment, but still a great tight end nonetheless. Excited to see him continue to dominate. So let's get right into the offensive line. And starting out with Jordan Mailata, remember him getting that massive contract. We're like, whoa, he hasn't proven anything yet. Lo and behold, a couple weeks later, this dude is straight up balling out. And, it was an excellent, and I mean excellent deal. Big fan of that one. Jordan Mailata, he's going to be there for a while. Landon Dickerson is awesome. This is from our lads. So again, I know I'm already going to get absolutely berated for Tyler Steen above Cam Jurgens. And I'll explain that in a second. Kelsey's obviously going to be the starter at center. Jurgens should be the starter at right guard. Based on the depth chart, which is unofficial, from ourlads.com, Steen was the starting right guard. Jurgens wasn't even listed at right guard. He was listed at center, but I couldn't believe it. I've been hearing all this stuff. He's definitely going to start, so I included him there anyways. So it breaks the mold of what I normally do, which is just, hey, I'm going to parrot what is official online, which is unofficial. So I'm doing that because I love y'all. There you go. Jurgens will start, but there's a potential that Tyler Steen could. I've heard even Brandon Brooks comps, so we'll see what happens there. Lane Johnson, obviously, is Lane Johnson. This team has a ton of superpowers. You could even say that the best unit is the offensive line because the best unit is the quarterback. But overall, I think they're awesome. Not many guys are going to have many roles as a rookie here, so I do think someone like Tyler Steen could have the best potential there. DeAndre Swift, if healthy, could definitely take the biggest step up. And then if Quez gets the fire lit under his tush, we could see something going on there. But I think the running back and the slot wide receiver value is why I have an A- instead of an A or an A+. But besides that, I mean, this roster is ridiculous. Now, talking about the defense, starting out as Sam linebacker, you have Hassan Reddick as well right behind him, the first-round selection in Nolan Smith. That position is loaded. I think that there's just nothing that really competes with it, but I had to still show some love for another defensive line position. But listed at left defensive end is BG. Getting older, still is BG. I think that you could be looking to potentially get some more dudes in there eventually, but he's still effective. Happy for him. Fletcher Cox got brought back. I had enough of an issue with that because I was hoping that would, end up going to Chauncey, but it is what it is. Behind him is, listed behind him is going to be Jordan Davis. Don't get on me for that one as well. But again, following that, there's so many mouths to feed in this defensive line, which is why I have the interior defensive line as the next strongest unit with Jalen Carter there as well. That trio is absolutely ridiculous. I can't really say much else than that. Josh Sweat there as well with Derek Barnett. So excited to see that. Looking at the linebackers, Nakobe Dean, Nicholas Morrow. I know that there's another linebacker trying to make a push for linebacker 3, and I'm forgetting his name right now. But Nakobe's taking a big step up. I love the chemistry on this team. Pretty much all Georgia dudes. It's really good to see that. But then you also have the safeties here in Terrell Edmonds and is it Terrell? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm a Steelers fan. I should know this. Yeah, it's Terrell Edmonds, not Tremaine. And then Reed Blankenship. Sidney Brown's in there. I think he's going to be the sleeper guy who could potentially take a starting role. I think he's better than both of them combined. And he very well might take that big step up. Keely Ringo has been hinted at as being a potential transfer to safety as well. Probably could see that as well. Nakobe Dean, I think, is going to take a step up and be a high-tier linebacker. He was my linebacker 1. Jalen Carter has the biggest potential there for sure. But overall, it's not strong safety and free agent. It's free safety. So apologies for the typo. It is what it is. But let's go right into the schedule here. Yes, I think you guys are going to go 15-2. I had you guys going to the Super Bowl last year or being number 1 in the NFC last year. I'm going to continue doing it this year. So I've been 100% correct about the Eagles every single year for the past 3 years. And even when people thought they were going to be the worst in the whole entire league, I had them going and getting 9 or 10 wins that year, whichever one they got. And then this past year, I had them being the number 1. They ended up being the number 1. I'm going to continue doing that this year. I hear enough about the Eagles as it is. I'm going to be cocky and say that I'm going to continue understanding what the Eagles are until injuries or prove me otherwise. But going through the games, you got starting out with New England. Don't think I really need to explain that much. That team has a whole bunch of issues. Minnesota, Dalvin Cook might not even be there. I have no faith in Minnesota. People think they're going to be an actual good team. And sorry for the Vikings fan that's already heard. He already has expressed his distaste in my distaste for Minnesota. But, it is what it is. Tampa Bay is Tampa Bay. Washington, I was honestly really underwhelmed with the team, and we'll talk about them this week as well. Los Angeles, already talked about them multiple times, but they've lost all their star power. You got to lose somewhere, and I'm going to assume that Aaron Rodgers finally gets his gears well-oiled by week 6, and then they're going to be in some good momentum. Miami's coming to Philadelphia. Otherwise, I'd give that game to Miami because Miami's a pain in the ass to play in. You got Washington, again, just discussed them as well. Dallas, decided to give y'all both games just because I think you guys are a little bit too good overall. I will say I originally had it split so that y'all had a 14-3 record and Dallas had a 13-4. Doesn't really change anything. Just it's semantics right there. Kansas City, you're in Kansas City. That's a very, very tough place to play at Arrowhead. And then I do think that Kansas City has all the talent in the world. So good for them. Buffalo and San Francisco, both in Philadelphia. I think Buffalo's an awesome team, but I do think during that part of the year, especially with a team that's this good, I'd probably try to lean towards the team that has probably the home field advantage there. San Francisco, they have Brock Purdy at that time, but again, I don't know how comfortable he's going to be in a live game after rehabbing for that long. You got Dallas again. Then you have Seattle. That game I did toss up in the air, but I do believe in the defensive line of Philadelphia to stop up the run game very well. Y'all have good depth too, so I trust y'all in the fourth quarter when the game is on the line to be able to handle it. Then you have New York as well, 2 times. So you could potentially lose one of those games. I could have split it, but I just don't have enough faith in New York yet either. They have a good team, but I just don't fully believe in them. Arizona is Arizona. So there you go. I actually do, if you look at the draft pick, believe that you are going to make it to the Super Bowl and win it. So it wasn't just a clickbait title. It is truly what I believe. So thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys on the far side. Peace.